What's up there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris, back with you guys from the Msss Anomalies channel. It's been 5 days since I've done a video, and I had my daughter actually come in from out of state, and so she was up here for vacation, so I kind of put these videos on the back burner. I apologize, I wanted to get back to this anyway. This is one of the videos I wanted to do for you guys is going to go back to my previous video that I did. It was on December 11th, obviously of last year, and it was involving Sol 477 and 478, which, according to, as far as Msss days, well, actually our days, I'm sorry, it was December 9th and 10th. Let me show you what it was. Let me see, I think it was this one here. Newest Msss Anomalies viewer participation needed. Okay, the reason why I said this, now I didn't get right back to you guys because I wanted to see how many, you know, people would answer. Now, some people answered through my regular mails, you know, into my personal message box or inbox kind of thing, and they did also, they commented underneath the actual video. A couple of my subscribers actually, you know, weighed in on this, and some others did too. If you haven't seen this video, I would suggest you watch this particular one first before you watch this one. And the reason why I say that is because it'll go hand in hand. One thing I do on this video is I do, like I said, the Sol 477 and 478, and you can see the stuff that's in the foreground, how it changes, how much they manipulate. Now, the even the actual anomaly I asked you guys to pick out is actually different too. It actually changes a little bit in the manipulation, but not all that much. But you can see things in the foreground here. There's like one here, I believe, one here, there's one over here, and there's another way over here on the left that actually changes from one day to the other. And now I have some people tell me, well, you know, NASA wouldn't lie, you know, why are you spreading such misinformation? Just watch the video, man. Because here's the thing. I take this directly, and I show you this. I go directly right to NASA's and JPL's website, and I show you Sol 477, and I show you Sol 478, and you can clearly see there's differences, and I point them out. So you may want to go to that, and I'll show you, and you may want to look at that first. So you can stop it here, go look at that video first, come back, and then check this one out, and they, like I said, they'll go hand in hand. Okay, guys, here's the thing. I believe now a couple, you know, like I said, my subscribers weighed in on this. This is, well, this is not the one I want to show you first, because that's kind of this one here. This is basically the same picture. The difference is this one here is from 5/11, I believe. So this is like, you know, yesterday's picture, well, according to NASA. And I'll show you this too anyway. You'll get the link to this as always. But there's another angle I want to show you, the same exact area of this particular anomaly that I want you guys to see. And you're going to see that it's in the other, the newest one out, the newest picture. Okay. All right. I'm going to tell you what it is and why I believe it is. A couple of my, like I said, subscribers actually weighed in on this. One of them was Main Man Stu. Stu's pretty cool. And Make Mine Freedom. And a couple others had weighed in on this. One of them said it was kind of like this weird structure kind of thing. And because basically it's anybody's guess. And that's what I wanted. I didn't want to say a word what it was, what I thought it was. So I didn't try to manipulate their minds or kind of sway them to think in any way differently from what they would believe it. So I wanted you guys to weigh in on it, and you guys did a great job of this, and I appreciate it. Main Man Stu said it was a spaceship-type vehicle. Okay, Make Mine Freedom, he called it a domed Hot Wheel car because he's one of my hardcore skeptics. He believes that most of this is of Earth, and believe it or not, he may not be far off. I mean, because it's just so hard to, you know, it's unbelievable, so to speak, because you're going, okay, and I have people telling me, you know, oh my God, you're out of your mind. How can there be a car on Mars? You must be out of your mind. Okay, it's not me that's out of my mind, because here's the thing. If I'm showing you the anomaly, and if it's coming directly, and I'm downloading these right from the NASA JPL site, who's the crazy one here? I'm only here just to show you what it is, and then give you what I think it is, and I don't say with absolutes, I never do. I just say it sure looks like, and this is why I believe it looks like this. So, and I'm going to do the same thing with this, and I'm going to show you 2 different angles of this particular anomaly, and then you guys can make your own, as usual, make your own decisions. And this was the actual anomaly in question, and I'm going to show it to you. And just like I said, in the other picture, there's, like, see how there's like rocks, like here, and we could agree these are rocks, okay. But when I show you in the other video, this is the reason why I said to go back to it, because like I said, it was on December 11th, I believe it was. But anyway, like I said, it dealt with solid 477 as well as 478, and like this rock would disappear, this one here would disappear, and it'd be something totally different. I mean, you just gotta watch the video first before you watch this one. It'll blow your mind. Okay, I've been saying all along this is supposed to be like I believe. Here's the thing. I believe Mount Sharp is real. However, I don't believe that they're showing Mount Sharp. I believe that if they are, it's very small pieces of it. So people get this illusion that it's very huge. It's not. At least not the little sections that they're showing you. I believe this was a roadway right here, and I've been saying this all along, and I'm sticking by this, guys. And this right here is an actual car. Now, I don't know if it's been damaged. It looked like it's been damaged in the front. And I'm going to enhance this a little bit so you guys can see this a little bit better. And I'm going to show you why, or why I think it is. Because like I said, I don't speak in absolutes, but here it is. Okay. You can actually see the wheels. Well, like the tops of the wheels. And it looks like it's been in some kind of wreck type thing. Because you can see the front end looks just like really messed up badly. Right here. Goes across, comes down. You got your back end right here. But they've actually manipulated this a little bit. That's why it kind of looks, you go, well, heck, that don't look like a car to me. Well, in what way? What, an Earth vehicle? I mean, come on. Alright, so I'm going to equalize it, try to pop it out of here a bit more. Let me just jump in a little bit more on this picture too. Okay. Now, I don't know if... Oh, that's right, because I did the others. Alright, this is the reason why I believe... Now, look at this. If you do back out of this picture, you wouldn't be none the wiser. You just see a bunch of crap in the background, and that's about it. Okay. That's what they want you to believe. You know, see how it's really bright here? Let me guess, the sun's shining directly right in this spot? There's a reason why they do this, guys. I mean, this stuff is so faked out, it's pitiful. It really is. Anyway, the reason why I believe this, and I'm not going to change the picture at all, I'm going to let you guys see this for yourself first. There's an actual, like, I'm going to use the term like we would have, like a guardrail sort of thing. And I don't mean like traditionally like we have here, because we have Jersey barriers, you know, different kinds of, I've seen all different, I've been to different states, and I've seen different kinds of guardrails, so to speak. So, right here, you can actually see that it just runs along all the way up here, and it keeps going, and then you can see it like disappear somewhere here and there. And this is what's really odd. Again, if this to me is a vehicle, and you can just see like other blurred out stuff. There's one here, 2, 3, 4, and they all blurred out. Now you can go back to other pictures of the same area, and you can literally see. Now you can see like right here. This one here has like this little thing hanging down, and another little one. These are probably wheels. And the reason why I say that is because look at what kind of object just running a row like that. I mean, come on. And it has like a railing kind of thing all the way down the length of this thing. Okay, so now when you enhance this, and like I said, I'm going to show you a different, not only going to show you this anomaly in a different, brand new, because this is just, and like I said, this was yesterday's, I think, or the other day's rather. Well, if you go by theirs, this is just, the newest one is, I believe, 512, I think it is. I think it's 512. I might be wrong, but I'll check it just to make sure for you guys. Or I'll show you one of the two. But anyway, it's not only in this picture, but it's in the last picture too. So this is the, I'm going to show you the latest one, and I'm going to show you, and of course this is the one prior to it. So, but like I said, look at the way the railing is, and it runs all the way down. You can actually see a separation, and you can't make out what's in here, but, and then it keeps like this one here, and it just goes like, it's got like spaced apart, evenly spaced apart. And like I said, I've done this on another picture that has all of this here, and you can actually see they're actually a little bit more defined. One car looks like it's sideways, and the other ones look like they're just, I mean, I don't even know how to explain this. Like, this one here looks like it's almost up on top of the back of this one. So it might have been like this chain reaction kind of wreck or something. I don't know. This, if this is a vehicle, which it really does look like it to me, you can see it's rear-ended something, or it's just kind of some kind of weird, freaky front end of this thing. I don't know. Or it's just like it's just going down and there's just something on the side of it. It's hard to tell, but come on. I could look at this thing and I could clearly see it's got a window to this thing. Like a side window. Here's the roof. Comes up, goes down. You got a wheel right here. Wheel well right here. Something right in the back here. And I'll show you the other pictures. It looks like, you'll just be like, what the heck? You can see where they really try to blotch this thing out, and they do it all over right here. And they actually do it on the other picture, and they come all the way over here. It's just really weird how they do this, but you can see the railing. It's right there. And it actually runs all the way down, and because you're looking at it through the that weird fish-eyed lens, you get that kind of roundness thing going to it. But I don't believe this is round at all. I think it's just a straight road, just going right down the road here, the length of this so-called mountain. But you can see right here faintly, it's still there. See it? It just runs the length all the way down. So that's what's telling me that this looks like, you know, sometimes, you know, these guys crucify me because I say it is absolutely a car. But I'm going to stick to my guns on this, guys. I'm telling you, I've seen way too many of these pictures to believe that this is not a vehicle. I think it is some form of vehicle. Okay, so I'm going to back out of that a little bit. And I know a lot of the guys still use these magnifiers, so I'm going to let it sit right there for a moment. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to highlight this over here for you guys, but it doesn't really show much. And it makes sense because they're going out of their way to block it and really manipulate these things. Why they thought that didn't need to be manipulated to the point where you couldn't see it is beyond me. I don't know. Let me see something. Okay, I guess I just did the other one first. Okay, so it might have been just this one here, or I just really messed this one up. But I can do this here. Watch this. Let me see what we got here. Let's do this here. Okay, and we'll just equalize it and see what happens. Now you can see, even though you can't see these things clearly, you can see that you can see that there's actually sectioned off areas right here. Like there's one, another, and it just goes all the way down here, and it just keeps going. And you can still see that railing. So, I mean, and you can see it's like right here, it just meets it. Look at it. You can actually see it just keeps going, goes right across, keeps on going. So, yeah, I mean, to me, this is a roadway. This is a car, and I've been saying this all this time, that there's roads and all kinds of things that run along the side of this mount shop. And I'm sticking to it. That's all there is to it, guys. I believe it is. Am I absolute sure? No. It looks like one. Okay. Now, and of course, you can see what it looks like without doing anything to it. And there you go. All right. Now, I'm going to get out of that. I'm going to jump, and here's the other one, too. This is the one you can look dead on right at it right here. And you can see it's right here. Raw images, and there you go. You know, Curiosity Rover, JPL. And this was from Sol 511. So, yeah, this one here is because it's a 512 now. So, okay. Click on the full res. And what do we have sitting right here? This is what I'm talking about, guys. It's still there in the picture. Okay? And, of course, it's not enhanced, so it's not popped out. But let me just show you something that's, I think you'll find it pretty interesting here. Let me see what I've got here. Okay. All right, that's the one I did there. Now I want to show you this one here. Okay, here's the other one right here. This one's showing it dead on. Okay, this is not looking at it from an angle. Before the rover was like looking from here over to it. Okay, all right. Not only is this horseshit, and you got to excuse my language, this is not a mountain either. I mean, I know it looks like it and all this other stuff, and that's exactly what they want you to believe. But let me do this for you guys real quick. I'm going to show you this area here, okay, and we can go from there. So usually I solarize it, because solarizing for me, it actually it finds all the lines and whatever these things are and enhances it, or just basically just, you know, whatever lines are around a particular object will be circled, and you'll actually be more defined. So, okay. And you can see like the little rocks, it got like these little, you know, it's surrounded by these lines because it's actually showing you the actual shape of these things. So, all right. And you can still see it in this picture here. There's your railing. And it's going all the way down. All the way down. Okay. Let's blur it up a little bit. Let's do it again. Okay. Now, I'm going to come in on this picture here. In fact, I could do it just like this. We'll bring it. Whoop, I don't want to go too much because I know this will be extremely blurry. Okay. Now, again, you can see this pixelated area right here where they've done this right here. And they're trying to block out the actual shape of this thing. Now, all of this right here, you'll see this. Because I'm going to invert this. I'm going to show it to you guys how they like try to just scribble it out and digitalize it out. Call it what you will. They're just trying to get rid of it. Point blank. Okay. So let's invert this, see what happens. Okay. That's not what I want to do. But you can see right here, here's the roof, and it actually goes down, but you can see where right here, there's a square right here, and all of this right here has like been kind of scribbled in to try to get rid of it. right here, there's actually a squared off rear end of this thing too. I don't know if you guys will see that, but right here, there's actually looks like there's something to this rear end of this thing, and they just kind of just went like this and and you can see this digitalized part right here where they try to take it out. You can see the difference in texture in the picture, just the difference between them. First of all, you can see different color gray, and then you can see it's actually boxed off. So they try to take it out, but you can see it right there. There's a back right here. Here's the side window, and you see how it's shaped, and you can see the roof line come up and then it goes down, and it looks like it's been, like I said, this front end has been pushed up or something, but there's a wheel, and I don't know if that's just underneath it. You can see that underneath this railing, and right here a little bit, but they try to really do the best to take this thing out. Now, I don't know why they didn't completely take it out, but I'm not complaining. But like I said, here it is again. Here's the roof line, and you can see it coming right through that actual digitized squared out box. And you can see right here where they just kind of scribble it right here and scribble it over here to try to get rid of it. So that's what's telling me, I mean, that this object is still there because there it is. There's the shape of it still, even though it's inverted. So, yeah. All right. Now, I'm going to slide over here for a minute. Okay, here's our other piece of mountain, so to speak. But, this is, come on, guys. This is nowhere near a mountain. I believe it's some kind of structure or something that's along the side of this road. And I could be wrong. And, you know, most people, I had a couple people say, oh, here we go with a speculation video. Think about it for a moment. We're not on Mars, meaning you or the viewer, you know, or myself, rather. And so, yeah, in a form, it is a simple form of speculation. If you were to walk out in your front yard and see somebody threw a Wilson basketball or a football or something in your yard, you can clearly see what that is, right? Well, this stuff is hidden. So, yeah, it is a form of speculation because we don't know what it is. I'm not on the planet to tell you what it is, and we'll go check it out. I wish it was that easy. It's not. But, again, look at this. This is just, you know, see how whited out it is, and I'm not surprised. And here's another anomaly. And what's really weird is I saw the shape of these things, and I'm going, what is that? You know, and again, I had these people, these other, I think they're either, what do you call it, I don't know how to, they're either trolls or they're just debunkers, whatever, but come on, let's be honest here. What is this right here, and how far is it from this rover? Here we go again. They're telling me, oh my God, this is miles from there, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. Really? This is the nav cams. You can see it's how low it is to the ground. And you can see that this thing is right there. I mean, this is like feet from this vehicle, from the Curiosity rover. Here's the wheels, right and left, okay? If you're standing in front of this thing, you're going to be way over this. You wouldn't even see, you just probably see up to your waist right about here, standing in front of this thing. Because remember, the rover is 7 feet high, and if the average guy is between 5'8" and 6 foot, well, then there you go. You'd be able to walk over this thing. It's probably 20, 30 feet away from this rover. So what is this mess? Okay. All right. Let me do this. I'm going to show you now. I'm really docking this thing up near the end because I want to show you. But look at how it's just like taking these weird, I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's just taking on this weird kind of shapes on this so-called hillside, so to speak. See right here? It's like it's got this weird kind of smooth cutout kind of thing. See it right there? It's just, and it looks like it's got some kind of rectangular opening here. Okay. All right. Now, I just really docking the crap out of this thing just so you can really see this, but there's some kind of weird shapes in here that doesn't look like any kind of mountain I've ever seen. Look at this. You can actually see it right here. It goes around, comes down. Something right here is just like, there's something actually in that. I don't know what that is, but, and there's some other thing that's like shaded out right here. I mean, I don't know what this is, but if, let's just suppose, for argument's sake, that this is a vehicle that I showed you, a small vehicle. Well, what do we have on the side of our roads? We got buildings, we got hotels, we got all kinds of weird stuff on the side of our roads. At least most of them, if you're in the city or anywhere next to a, you know, city or town. You're going to have this type of thing. So is it possible that's what it is, and they just went out of their way to really try to manipulate this thing? But that doesn't look like a mountain to me. That just looks kind of odd. And I don't know what this is. I couldn't tell you, but there's clearly something there, and I don't believe it's a hillside at all. I think, like I said, my analogy is if you can, let's say you're looking at an aerial view. You know, they'll say, all right, an aerial view of New York City. Okay? Now, you can look at the whole thing and say, hey, look, this is, you know, Mount Sharp, or you can just, like, really, you know, really focus in on one city little block or a building, and that's what I think they're doing. They're focusing on a small, very small part. Every time you see a picture, it's a very small part of that Mount Sharp area or within Gale Crater. I don't believe it's the whole as a whole, rather. So yeah, I just find it kind of weird. I mean, you guys can weigh in on this. Tell me what you guys think. I personally don't think this is not a hillside. This is some kind of weird structure or something else. I really don't know, but there's a road of some sort that's running right on the side of this right here. And this is it right here. I mean, you could just see this thing. Again, this is in what do you call it? Inverted. So, but there it is. There's that railing thing. And it's kind of like gets really right here. You can just see it a little bit, and then it gets really obscured. But there's something also. Where did I see that? Right behind here. Right about here. I don't know if that's another wheel or some kind of weird thing. You really can't make this out, so you can scratch that. But as far as like, it's just kind of ironic that it has all of these other pieces right in front of it, all the way down the line with a railing in it. I mean, come on, you can see that thing. Look at it. I mean, come on. You know, what else could it be, man? I mean, you know, now, like I said, I don't speak in absolutes, but it sure looks like a vehicle in a roadway to me and a bunch of vehicles on it. And like I said, you can go back, if you want to, go back to a lot of these older sols and these older pictures, and you will see this. These are actually more defined. They actually look more like vehicles than this does here in this picture. So, really weird. And like I said, you can see how, I think even in that December 11th video that I did, you'll actually see what looks different. This actual anomaly, in one picture, it looks like this. And keep in mind, this is now the newest picture, almost just about the newest picture out, except for one day. That it's still showing the same thing as the December 11th. So, makes you wonder. So anyway, you know, I just figured I'd just show you this, guys, because here's the thing. I mean, I like I said, I stick to it, man. I honestly believe that this is some kind of roadway. I'm going to stick to it on this. And that's a vehicle sitting right there. And like I said, because it looks like it's got this weird railing kind of thing going down here. And like I said, they're looking at it through that weird fisheye lens, so it gives you that curvature kind of look. This is probably completely straight across, going right down as far as the eye can see, who knows. And I've got other pictures of different sections of this showing different vehicles, like the south side or south end of Mount Sharp. It's not a mountain at all, guys. It's all like, it looks like a bunch of vehicles parallel parked with each other. Or just been in a wreck too, like in this road. It's really odd. And you guys could check those other pictures out and tell me what you think. But like I said, if you have to, watch this whole video. Go back to the other one, like I said, the one I showed you previously on this one here. And that's the newest Msss Anomalies, viewer participation needed. And then you can kind of see where they really manipulated these things. Because even if you don't agree that this is a vehicle, and that's fine. Even if you don't agree and you say, well, I'm not seeing it. Okay, that's fine. But just go back to this other vehicle that I'm showing you right here. And then tell me, if you're a skeptic or if you're a debunker, that's fine. I want you guys on my channel. Look at this video and tell me why, from one day to the next, things totally either suddenly appear in the picture and some things just totally disappear. Tell me why that is. Let's forget about the object in the back and let's forget about the hillside. Let's forget about all that. Tell me why these two pictures change. Tell me why from one day to the next, from the December 9th to the December 10th, why there's a difference in them. You can clearly see that. I point this out, and I literally show you. I'm going right back and forth to the NASA JPL site, and I'm pulling these pictures out, and I'm showing you. You tell me. What else can I say? But, like I said, guys, I apologize for not getting back to you guys. I know it's been 5 days. So, yeah. It's, like I said, I did have some company, and I just want to let you guys know I didn't get, like, arrested or anything of that sort, so no big deal. But I did want to do a little recap on that December 11th video and give you the answer to what I thought it was. And I also wanted to give you some more, what I thought it was, first of all, and why. And that little hillside is not what everybody thinks either. And again, it makes you look like it's a mountain. And it doesn't really look like a mountain. With some of the just weird kind of shapes and features on it, it just doesn't come across to me as a mountain. And it's not very big. So whatever it is, it's either an object or it's just a small hillside. Call it what you want. It doesn't look natural to me, and that looks like some kind of roadside with some kind of guard railing of some sort. And like I said, it's looking at it with that fisheye lens, so it's got that curvature of the actual ground there, the terrain, and it's not. It's completely straight across. So, because I've seen other pictures where it just shows it straight. So, hey guys, just throw me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Always greatly appreciated. You guys know that. If you're just a viewer and you're not subscribed, please do. I got some other wild ones coming up for you. In fact, I'm going to do one as far as perspective again, and like I said, these other two nut jobs that were on space.com, I'm going to show you guys why I think they're absurd And anybody who's a debunker is absurd, because you'd have to be out of your skull to believe what I'm going to show you as far as distance, because they measure it in meters and, of course, kilometers as well, or kilometers, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And it just doesn't make sense. I mean, it truly doesn't. And I'll show it to you guys soon. So with that, guys, let you go. I appreciate you watching as always. You guys, anybody who watches the Anomalies channel, you guys are the best. My subscribers there. I like you guys because you guys. I just love the way you guys just get involved and you actually pick these pictures apart yourself. And that's what I want you to do, because then you can make your own decision. I'm not here to force you to believe that. I'm here just to show you, hey guys, this is what I found. What do you think? That's basically in a nutshell. I want to find the truth. I know you guys want to do it, because, heck, I'm pretty close to like 400 subscribers. What's that telling me? And when that's in like 3.5 months. So that's pretty darn good. And it's not about the numbers to me. I told you guys that more than once, but I love the idea that it's almost that amount, because here's the thing. People want to know. Whether they disagree with me what the object is, that's okay. But just do me a favor, guys. If you guys are just naysayers or whatever, I mean, just try to be an adult about it. If you're gonna leave a comment, don't go like WTF, you're an idiot thing. I mean, just leave an adult comment. If not, I'll just go on. It doesn't matter. But try to look at the video or the picture. Download the picture yourself, and just look at it and just say, okay, what do I think? That, to me, I give you more. I give you props for doing that. Even if you're a naysayer, at least you're trying to do your own homework. But anyway, guys, I won't take up any more of your time. I do appreciate you guys watching. I will have some videos. I'll be back on track. So I'll be definitely in this a lot more. So you guys take care. Appreciate you watching. I will see you next pick.